Getting over it. What can I say about this game? I'm glad that I picked this one up. I've seen a lot of other people play it and thought that it wasn't a title for me, that this game would be too hard and too frustrating for me to enjoy. Well, I found it on a Steam sale and booted it up for the first time on February 3rd, 2020. The plan for this video is not to review the game, that's already been done, but I'd like to really dive deep into the existential thoughts that I had while playing it. The footage I'm using is of my second time starting this game. Even now, this experience is foreign to me. The controls feel awkward, and I really don't know exactly what I'm doing. Every now and again, I feel like I've gotten it all figured out. I remember what I did last time, and I start to go on autopilot. In that exact instant of perceived comfort, let's begin again. I looked through YouTube to see what getting over it content was out there. I found hundreds of entries that focused on the player's anger and rage while playing this title. In the digital trash heap, as Bennett Foddy put it, I found so many shots into the darkness, all portraying the exact same experience, with the exact same emotion. This is what first turned me off to this game. I play games to have fun, for enjoyment. The games that I play are to give me an escape. I don't enjoy digital experiences that will anger me or fill me with frustration. My time on the mountain so far has given me a different perspective than the one I've watched on countless streams and YouTube videos. While climbing the mountain, I felt fear, real emotional and physical stress. I was worried about my next move, perseverating on what failure would look like. And in that fear, somehow, I found peace. I would fail. I would fall. And after that, I would just keep going. Why? Because why not? While playing, I thought about life. Is getting over it really that different from real life? Is comparing daily living to climbing a mountain with a hammer that bad of an analogy? Life isn't easy. Sometimes the walls are too sheer and slippery. Sometimes I fall and lose tons of progress due to things outside of my control, just as I failed in this game due to the controls or weird momentum. Some people are amazing at climbing the mountain, while I'm completely terrible at it. As of this video, the world record for getting over it is 1 minute and 13 seconds. Why am I comparing myself to that? We have different paths and are climbing different mountains. In my mind, I felt that there were 3 characters in this game. First, me, the protagonist, portrayed as a shirtless man in a cauldron. Second, the mountain. And third, the voice of Bennett Foddy. The antagonist? Well, the antagonist to me is Bennett Foddy himself. The mountain is just there. It is present. However, Bennett is a trespasser in my mind. I never found myself frustrated at the mountain itself. The mountain is just a challenge that I must overcome. The voice of Bennett Foddy was a distraction. Uncontrollable subconscious thoughts that break the balance of my mind. Sometimes that voice was supportive, and other times, antagonistic.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
Regardless, the voice did not help. How many times in my life have I let those thoughts distract me from the mountain in front of me? Foddy speaks in the game and I listen, even though nothing being said provides any insights as to how I should tackle the challenge in front of me. How many times have I walked away from the mountain because I was unable to navigate the voice in my mind? To me, getting over it is less about conquering the mountain than it is about overcoming the ever-present doubt in my mind. It's about showing that doubtful voice that I can and will move forward. Many times as I first played this live, I went silent, pensive, thinking about what we had done and what lay ahead of us. I found my reaction to be almost the antithesis of what I'd seen from other players. Maybe it's my age, maybe not. But this game reminded me of what games felt like for me as a child. The challenge was a part of the experience. Failure was just as much a part of the game as victory. Learning was important. Being born in the 1980s, the concept of Nintendo Hard is not lost on me. My earliest memory as a child is getting knocked out in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Bald Bull had my number. I never completed Super Mario Bros. 3 as a child, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was an impossible challenge. That said, those 3 games are what I would consider some of my favorite games of all time. What happened to me? Why do I shy away from the challenge now? Why, as I stated at the beginning of this video, am I avoiding the frustration in my gaming experiences? Now that I have one in front of me, I'm curious as to why I feel so comfortable in this space. As I write and process these thoughts, I am grateful for this game. It has reminded me of something that I have always known, but have chosen to ignore. I will fail. I will fall. And after that, I will just keep going. Why? Because why not?